first, here's my reaction to the Doctor Who 50th anniversary special. Oh my god, Tom Baker's back!
Lightroom, Lightroom, photo time, Photoshop, Lightroom, Lightroom, photo time, excellent.
He's my first Doctor. Okay, so in my Q&A video, there was a question about how do I edit for black and white, and I said I would do a longer video, so here it is.
I still shoot black and white film. When I do digital black and white, I try to emulate the depths of tonality of film, such as in these film frames of Lauren. Simply desaturating a pic flattens an image and you lose the dimensionality in the original color picture. I'll be showing you 3 edits where different tweaks brings out different aspects of the original pictures. Note, the following are not the best pictures compositionally. I chose them because they were images that changed drastically due to the edits I was making. Also, I'm doing these edits exclusively in Photoshop because the original question came from a Photoshop user. As I mentioned before, not all pictures are good candidates for black and white conversion. Ordinarily, this fall landscape would be one of those pics. However, hopefully through these edits, through emphasizing or de-emphasizing specific color ranges, we can make the color landscape into something more eye-grabbing versus a simple desaturated image. First thing I do is even out the exposure range of the pics, darkening darks, lightening shadows, and making sure the highlights aren't blown. For that, I was using the curves tools. Using the black and white adjustment layer, I started tweaking the image. You can play around with different presets or start off with the default conversion, then tweak from there. First thing I wanted to do was to make sure the red tree in the foreground stood out from the other trees in the pic. Next, I darkened the blue skies, which always seems to help my landscapes, and then I made sure the yellow and orange trees popped by lightening the yellow slider. I wasn't sure what to do with the green and magenta channel, so I messed around with all the other channels until I found a balance between the red and yellow trees and greens and stuff like that. This is one place where it's actually easier on digital than it is on film. With film, you needed physical filters at the time of the picture, but with digital, you just move a few sliders in Photoshop and you're done.
Doctor Who shirt, Doctor Who shirt.
Texture plays a key role in black and white photography. In the other video I showed you this as texture. However, you can use various color sliders to enhance the structure and texture on its own by darkening or lightening entire portions of your image, such as in this case, where I wanted to bring out the crystalline nature of frost. Luckily for me, the most interesting frost formed over the brake light, which is mostly red. As a result, I was able to make the red almost black, which made the frost stand out even more. I also found that magenta had affected the thing, so it was good for that too. I ended the edit by adjusting the exposure to enhance the contrast of the image. In its last edit, I adjust the individual color sliders to manage the tonal differences in the image. What I mean by this is that while the original color image is decent enough because of the differences in shadows and highlights, I was never really happy with the pic. Truly, it was my fault, not the subject. However, as you can see, by tweaking the yellow and red sliders, I'm able to lighten the area around the cheeks that were in shadow. Then by adjusting the blue and green sliders, I was able to separate the subject from the background.
So yeah, those were my tips for editing in black and white. As you can see, I don't really have a template on how I do stuff like that. I futz around with sliders until it looks good. And I also use Nik software and Perfect Sweet Photo something. They help a lot. Lightroom itself has some pretty good templates, so once you start playing with Lightroom, you know, that'll help a lot. But just don't desaturate the picture and then leave it there. Tweak. Even if you just do desaturation and then start playing with exposure, that makes a huge difference. So until next time, I'll see you guys later. And in case you're wondering what I'm doing, yep, Uncle Ricky's walking Lily today.
Before I close out the video, here's one last look at the original pictures, the straight desaturated pictures, and the tweaked pictures. I'll post a link to them, but until next time, thank you for watching.